New Cardi Kaizoku video. Need to watch.
Hi, Anata.
Cardi Kaizoku.
Alright, welcome to the finals of the Tokyo #2 Championship Series, the first OP14 tournaments of the weekend. And yeah, this is the finals. This is the 4th round on stream. So if you guys are watching this as the first one, check out the other ones to get caught up if you guys care. But yeah, we saw a Boa win the last round. We don't know the other matchup between the Ace and the Purple Doflamingo. We actually know who the Bonnie player in the last round was. It's mutual on Twitter, right? We follow each other. So just wanted to shout them out. Fidelio TCG. Really close game. It came down to one counter. It's crazy. So yeah, really top tier green Bonnie play in case you guys want to check that out. But yeah, for this video, we're just going to see what the finals is before we jump into things. First, a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by TCGX. Check out the brand new TCGX app. It lets you run your own local card shop. List your trade binder and instantly share it with friends nearby so they can buy and trade directly with you. Check out tcgx.gg to get started. This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. See the most up-to-date Eastern and Western deck lists on gumgum.gg, updated daily. Be the first to see deck lists for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, our finals here. Is it Purple Doflamingo or Ace? We saw this guy earlier. It's the Ace player. So, Ace, on your opponent's attack once per turn, you can trash a card from your hand. Give it to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 2,000 power for this battle, and then down times 1 once per turn. If a character of yours with 6,000 base power or more, or if you take damage, if the character is KO'd, I forgot to say that part, you draw a card. I shifted sentences too early. Different phrases of the same effect. So we know the other leader, it's the Boa that we just saw on stream, so we'll just show it right now. So Boa Hancock, on your opponent's turn, you can play a character. If you do play a character card, on your opponent's turn, you draw a card. And down times 1 once per turn, when your Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type characters with 5,000 base power or more is KO'd, you make your opponent add 1 card from their life to their hand. Right? It's not damage, but they take a life card to their hand. And yeah, I've been doing this for like an hour and a half now, so I'm a little loopy, a little out of it. I was not prepared to do this today, so hopefully it's not too janky, but I'm a lot more familiar with the OP14 cards too, so I think that also helps, right? I can be not as frantic. I'm still pretty frantic. I think that's just my style, right? It's like panic mode casting. You guys can feel the anxiety from your screen, I hope, right? Can't let you guys get comfortable. You never know what's gonna happen. Shambalile. Oh, did you expect me to say that? So it looks like, who wins in this matchup? I have no idea, but yeah, an interesting matchup. I wanted to see this. I probably didn't want to see Purple Doflamingo and Boa in the end. I want to see how old meta deals with new meta, and Boa unfortunately in the Tokyo #1 Championship Series got knocked out first round because it encountered like their hard counter in the first round, so we didn't get to see that Boa get too far. But this Boa, Hancock at the very least, makes it pretty far. Yeah, someone told me like, why are you calling her Boa? Her name's Hancock. Boa's her like family name. I don't know. Everyone knows when I'm talking about Boa, it's Boa Hancock, right? And not any of the other Boa sisters. Right, when I'm talking about Monkey D, you guys know who I'm talking about. Not Dragon, not Garp, it's Luffy. Okay, so they're checking if they want to keep. Can I skip ahead to game start? I am not exactly live, so I can skip ahead a bit. It's looking like Boa's going first. I'm thinking Boa is a turn agnostic kind of deck, just because you're not playing cards out of your hand too often. You're getting cards out of your triggers, right? You're getting your Lindos, your Gorgon Sisters, so it doesn't matter how much Dawn you have. They come out for free. Okay, so let's see if the game has started. So Boa's hand, Searcher. Gorgon Sisters, if they can set it as a 2k counter, as a life trigger, that'd be pretty sweet. And then 2k that can be unblockable. Right, this Hina is pretty sweet. It also lets you run less bricks, so you don't have to run only Perfume Fumer. You have some 2ks you can depend on. Ace's hand, ooh, not as good, but has the combo. This can tide you. This will probably find you a lot of the things that you need, and then this will help you stall. But yeah, no Ezo searchers. That's not ideal. But going second, yeah, you just play Marco, and then you'll probably draw into what you need anyway. Some Atmoses early would be pretty nice too, to help slow things down a bit. But other than that, yeah, Ace will usually correct itself. Okay, so the finals is about to get underway. These are two players we've seen on stream before too, so nothing hidden. We kind of know what's in their deck list too. So Boa starts off with a Sengoku search. Lets him search top 5 for A. Oh, not this one. Wait, why am I only looking at green ones? This one here, top 5 for a 7 Wonders of the Sea type card, add to your hand. It's a green Sengoku? OP10? He's been out. Okay, so passes to aces 2 on turn. Oh, finds the Atmos. Okay, yeah. He's good. He's chilling. Would like to find like a Yamato or something. So puts Dawn on leader but opts not to attack. Doesn't want to get overwhelmed by all the triggers. It looks like a lot of leaders we've been seeing today, like the Mihawk and the Aces, just don't attack Boa for a while. But still puts Dawn on leader in case they need to use their leader ability. So just play a Marguerite. Marguerite here. Let's use search top 5 for an Amazon Lily or Kujaparts type card and add to your hand, and you have to trash a card. Now normally you get this off a trigger because it plays out for free and then your leader ability draws you a card, so you actually don't lose a card in your hand that way. But if you play it from your hand, you do, unfortunately. But still helps you find what you need. Gets rid of a second Marguerite and then pass its turn because you can only swing 5. Ace is a 6k base leader, can't really damage him. So Ace is forward on turn. He cannot play at most because he needs something. Oh, he can. Right, it's Jozu that needs something to bounce back to hand. So we could see Atmos here, so it does swing 6 to finally get potentially a trigger out. Does not happen to hit a trigger, unfortunately. Plays out the Marco. So when Marco dies, you draw 2 cards, and then he has blocker 2. The risky thing is that Ace doesn't have Dawn on leader, so he can't have access to this part of his leader ability. So I don't think he uses the Marco to die right now, because he wants to get value out of any life he takes or any characters that die. So 6 for Marguerite. Is there a blocker Boa in the Boa's hand? Yeah, I see 2 of them. So we're going to see this card out, and that's going to allow the leader to attack for 6 as well. But we'll see how he handles the 6k from the Marguerite, which is still in play. So he uses his leader ability to discard a Roger to counter for 2. And then plays out the blocker Boa. This is the alt art version of it from one of the illustration boxes, I believe. So it lets him look at the top 3 cards of his deck and rearrange it, and lets him put Arrested Dawn onto leader, which still lets him attack for 6k. So a very nice Boa turn here. Right, you're able to pressure and develop characters at the same time. And then curves into a Kuma for next turn really nicely. Right, that's going to be coming out because Boa is going to be on 7, I believe. So, yep, Dawn on leader. There's a 6 that he has to defend. Counters 2k. Oh, he's keeping the Atmos. I guess he can play Atmos right now to bounce the Boa back to hand. Is that what he wants to do? But yeah, not a super aggressive start by Ace, but I think Ace didn't want an aggressive start anyway into Boa, or else you'd be triggering out a lot of bodies right now if he had like Yamatos and stuff to attack with. So we could just see an Atmos just to slow things down. Jozu can be an option, but you want something of your own to bounce back to hand. So I don't think that's going to be coming out. It's going to be Atmos and Garp, I think. And then the turn after, he can curve straight into the New Gate combo with the Iron Whitebeard. So just play the Atmos that makes him reveal 2 Whitebeard Pirates type cards in his hand. Lets him bounce a 4-drop back to opponent's hand. Bounces the Boa. Yeah, this slows him down quite a bit. Now, do you attack and potentially cause more triggers to come out? Nightmare scenario would be a Gorgon Sister trigger, because that turns all their 5ks into 6ks that can attack. I think he will attack with the Marco here, though, if he will attack at all. He could just not attack, too. But is that how you win against the Boa? So I think it's 6-7. 6-7, and then place a Garp. 6-7. Okay, yeah, 6-7, it looks like. 6 is countered. What about the 7? Okay, 6-7 is taken. Gets an oh my god, which would have been nice as the last card in life, but not the case. So plays a Garp. Lets him look at the top 4 cards of his deck for any card with the cost of 3 or more if you're an Ace, Sabo, or Luffy leader. Very, very crazily good searcher here. Picks up a 2k counter though. Okay, passes to the Boa's turn. It's looking like Ace might have this one actually, from the looks of things. Right, Atmos is actually cracked into Boa, and then Jozu is going to be pretty cracked into Boa. Right, it's kind of like removal without actually killing it, so you don't have to take life, because they have to spend another 4 Dawn to play it out. But let's see what Boa can do this turn. I think Kuma is your best bet, because next turn it's going to be 8 cost Iron Whitebeard into the Blockbeard, it looks like. Right, you get a 2 Dawn discount, you can play it out for 8 Dawn only. Decisions. It would make sense to play out Boa again too, because if you block with the Boa, that's a Kuja Pirates with 5000 power or more being KO'd, so your opponent would take a life to hand, and you'd stop some pretty big attacks, right? Because this 10 beard is going to make this into an 8, and then this into an 8. Is he considering attacking with the leader for 6? Yes. So we'll just see what this 6 is countered with. It could be the Jozu at this point. Now, is he going for the character or the leader? That's the thing. I don't know if he declared an attack on a target yet, but they brought up the Marco image, so I'll bring it up too. If you bring it up, I bring it up. Okay, so it decides to counter. Either way, both of these are 6s, so Doesn't really matter which one he's attacking for our intents and purposes, for us as a viewer. So it does play out the Kuma in the end. So Kuma. You, on play, trash a card from your hand and lets you heal a card, and then on KO on your opponent's turn, he also heals you a card. It's also an 8 cost right now. I don't know if that matters. Yeah, without the Jozu, it doesn't matter. But yeah, 8 Dawn turn for Ace means it's always Babop into Baboop. And it's Babop. He plays the Babop, and he's gonna play out Baboop. And that's gonna let him draw 2 and trash 1, and then put 4 rested Dawn. 2 on a leader and 2 on a character. Okay, discards a red rock, and then 2 Dawn, and then maybe on the Marco. Ooh, on the Atmos. That makes sense too, right? You can throw a 6 with the Marco, which is kind of also hard to defend. Swings with it first though. He might leave it up as a blocker then. 7 Atmos. He would have 2 blockers on the clapback, which with 3 life, he's more than fine. I think Ace has this one from this board position. Does counter this one for 3 though. Then leader 8. I think you can even attack with the Marco. I would, but I don't know what I'm doing. So 8 with the Ace is taken. Gets a Marguerite trigger. Again, it's a top 5 searcher, and then he gets to draw a card with his leader ability. Which one happens first though? I'm not sure. I guess the judges have to indicate. So he's gonna take a Ran, which is just a 1k, not the 2k Gorgon Sister. Why would you need Ran? Or are they still explaining something to him? I hear talking. He's gonna take the 1k instead of the 2k? But what does she do? Lets you put active Dawn onto leader. I guess that would help against Ace, but then at this point it's too late, right? It takes the Ran. Okay. And then bottom decks the rest. And then, oh, he was gonna discard with it anyway. Okay, and then draws a card off of Boa's leader ability. So that's the order. Or do you pick the order? No, I think that has to be the order. So he did pick up another Kuma here, which is pretty nice. Okay, so Boa's turn. Yeah, just unfortunately he hasn't been getting any super impactful triggers, right? I think in the games that we've seen Boa win, they get a Gorgon Sister trigger off, and that really propels them to a really big advantageous like swinging turn. So we do 5 here, 5 at the Atmos from Marguerite. And that is dealt with pretty easily. You want to save all your counter for your face. Because Ace does only have 3 cards in hand right now too, by the way. But that's easily solved. Once this Marco dies, he's going to draw 3 cards. Because again, 2 from him and 1 from the leader ability. Boa is at Dawn for the 9 cost Boa. But if you're playing one big thing against one big thing, like, he can always block the Boa really easily. So I don't know if that's the answer here. Now having access to unblockable is really nice. It's just you gotta get the Ace down to 0 first. So here is 7 from the Kuma, I think at the face. If you don't deal with the Marco though, that's a 6k you have to answer every turn. So this might be at the Marco instead. And then you just kind of have to deal with your opponent drawing 3 cards. Okay, he blocks that one. Dawn on Marguerite. Oh wait, he can't attack, it's active. Scratch that. Editor cut that part out. I noticed it was active, so 6 at face. That means, I think it's another Kuma coming. So it'll be 6 from Marguerite as well. Will Ace finally take a life? I mean, he's got the counter for it. And it's not like they're going to threaten the new gate with any characters that they have left over. Counters 2. Marguerite 6. Oh, nope. Oh, yes. Okay, he rested Dawn way down here and then puts it on the character. That tripped me out. Okay, the 6 is taken. He gets to draw an extra card from his leader ability. Anything nice you picked up? Ooh, another 10 beard. Perfect. See, you just draw the cards you need with Ace. You don't need searchers at all. You don't need good starting hands. You'll just draw what you need. Eventually. So another Kuma to top things off life-wise. So it passes to Ace. He even has a second Babop for his Baboop. Does he need to Babop into Baboop? It would be nice. So another effect of the 8-drop is you can take a life and give your leader plus 2k power until your opponent's next end phase. End of your opponent's next turn. So it makes your Ace into an 8k base and then a 10k for 1 swing. But it does put you at risk because you'd be at 1 life after, right? Because he's at 2 right now. But against a wide board, it does like add up because it's like a free 2k against every attack at you, and then you took one of those attacks to deny the subsequent ones. That's how you can think about it. He would even have Dawn up for Garp. Oh, he's playing the Garp, so I think it's Babop into Baboop for sure. Maybe he's trying to find a 9 cost. This would be nice too. Oh, he has to get rid of Roger and a 10 beard. Picks up a Josie 2k. Will he take life? I think he might. Just to stop all these like easy 6k pings from coming at him. So he does play the I am Whitebeard. Plays out the 10 beard. Does he take a life? He does not. Because that would have happened already if he did. Okay, so he's confident being a 6k base still. Maybe he can just kill those characters right now. So he doesn't need to make himself an 8k. So he puts 2 Dawn on one of the Garps. Makes this Garp into a 5 to swing at Marguerite. Counter for 1. 2 actually. And he has just enough counter to protect one of the Kumas. I don't know if he even wants to kill a Kuma, because then that would kill him. So 8 at the other Marguerite. This is a kill. Oh, at face. And it triggers into a Ran. Perfect. So he has Dawn for a leader every turn. Even 12 with the new gate at face. And does it trigger into anything nice? Nope, it's a red rock. Perfect. Now, how does he live this one though? He can get rid of one new gate. He just needs a way to survive the other one. If he had one of these in hand, that'd be pretty nice. It would stop an attack outright. Ooh, what is that event? Is that Mellow Mellow? Love Love Arrow? Love... Is it? No, that's a different one. That's Slave Arrow? Nope. I have no idea which event that is. Wait, is it? No, it is. So this could bounce a character back to hand and counter for 4k. Yeah, he might just have to defense up. I think if he goes for the 9-drop, he dies. Does he? If only he had a Gorgon Sister. This would make it a lot easier to play, like your 9-drop and then give Dawn to everybody to attack. But yeah, at the very least, you can just chuck your 9-cost Boa with your Oh My God. Counter for 3. I'm thinking it's a Red Rock angle here. Oh, if it's a Red Rock angle, he would use it first before attacking though. Because he doesn't want the free block. Right, so maybe he's not going to Red Rock. This indicates that he's not going to Red Rock. He's going 7. Counter for 2. Okay, another 7 here. Oh, nope, never mind. He just wants to rearrange his cards. Maybe he's trying to be ambiguous about what he's going to do, but I don't know if you need to. We did see this Boa make some questionable plays earlier. Right, not optimizing all of his Dawn. And this could be the case where that's happening again. But no, like earlier there was a game where he didn't use his Gorgon Sister, but he still played out a bunch of characters, and then in the end he used the effect after he already attacked, just to put Dawn on leader. But that could have been just to confuse the opponent, like never telegraph what he's about to do, so they can't answer accordingly. But I think just maximizing, like even if you know what you're gonna do, if you maximize your Dawn for the turn, I think that usually just ends up being better overall. His 7 from the Kuma. If he Red Rocks in the end, I swear. So he does have the 2k for this. He's gonna use his leader ability for it. Okay, he uses leader ability to minus 2k. So that stops that attack. So even if you do get rid of... Okay, so 5 at the Garp. Even if you do get rid of the new gate, do you live? So plays the 9 Boa. Makes him take a life and he heals 1. That's what this Boa does here. And then uses Ran to give Rested Dawn to leader. Has 1 Dawn up for the Slave Arrow. And that's all the attacks he can throw. He can throw 1 more 6 and that's it. How do you defend against 2 12s though? Okay, ends up not attacking. Alright, because he can just block for free. The new gate was still an option. So what is it? 12, 12, 11, 11. And then hopefully nothing crazy from his life. Haha. But yeah, that would be forcing the ace to commit all in, which I don't think he wants to do. So we may not see that even. He could play Yamato to just draw cards here. Would ace survive against 7, 7, 10, and then 6, 6, and then whatever other numbers? Maybe he wouldn't have enough for that. And there's also femur to take into account, right? So he can't go to 0 life. Yeah, it could just be a Yamato angle where you just draw 2 cards. Hopefully it's like more 2Ks. Also lets you put down on leader. And at this point, I don't think it matters if you trigger anything, just his board's full already anyways. So here's 5 down for Yamato, the safe play. Draws 2 cards, and then down on leader. He drew 3k counter, that's pretty good. Pretty good if I do say so myself, and I do say so by myself. Okay, swings 7 with the leader. If he wants to be extra safe, he could just play out this Uta blocker and then have like 4 blockers up. Or he could play another Yamato, but he already attacked. Okay, so 7 from ace. How is Boa going to answer it? They do have an Oh My God in hand. Oh, just so you guys know I'm not crazy, this is what I call Oh My God. I know it's here the one should disappear, but in Japanese it's Omae Kiero, and it sounds like Oh My God, which is a really old meme, right? It's like an early 2000s meme from Azumanga Daioh. I'm not old, you're just too young. He could Slave Arrow the 7 and then bounce a 1k back to hand. I wish I wa a bad. That was still the same Oh My God joke. I'm not crazy, I swear. Okay, so Slave Arrows. So he has to bounce a card back to hand, right? Return up to 1 character with a cost of 2 or more. So it could be, you would want counter, a 1k? No, bounces the Kuma. Okay, so that lets him heal again, I guess. Is that a good idea? Don't you want the Kumas to attack with? Okay, so he's got 5 from Garp. It's easy 1k. And he doesn't attack with anything else. Oh, he attacks, okay. 12, new gate. Trigger, maybe get something you can play out. Gorgon Sister in the late game? Nope, it's a Boa. Boa does have a trigger, but he has nothing he can play out with it. Right, lets you play out a 6k base with the trigger. Plays an Uta blocker for 2 Dawn, because if he has a 10,000 power or more character out, he gets minus 4 cost. So 6 minus 4 equal 2. Passes the Boa's turn. So yeah, like he has 1 less Kuma he could attack with right now, because he bounced it back to hand. I'm not too sure if that was the best option there. He did pick up a chump blocker, that's gonna help. 3 Dawn to just stop one of the Tokei attacks. Let's see if Ace can pull enough counter out of thin air to survive this. We've seen it happen before, so it's not out of the realm of possibility here. Okay, we see, oh nope, we don't see anything. He decides to wait a bit to think. Nope, swings 10 is blocked. He knows, he has to worry about unblockable. What can he do though? It could just be the Kuma and then a blocker. Yeah, Kuma blocker. And then if he blocks with the marker, he's gonna draw 3 cards too, so that it's gonna stall the game some more. Okay, we see Marguerite swing a 6, and I guess I gotta move the 10 because the 10 is over here now, counters 1k. So he's got 9 Dawn left. Kuma 6, Boa 3. Doesn't he want to leave a Dawn up just in case he has this in his life or something? Just in case? He could go for Boa, but I don't think Boa is gonna win him the game here. The 9 cost Boa, I mean. Right, because he just dies on the clapback. So it's gotta be like either Red Rock or Kuma, and then the blocker. No, I do think Ace has this though. There's just too many outs for the Ace. Yeah, plays Kuma to heal. He's gonna trash his Red Rock then, I guess. Yep. Or nope. Did he trash it? No, he's keeping it in hand. Trashing the... what card is he trashing? Look at the Boa. And then with the Ran, puts it down onto leader. Swings 6. That's countered for 1k easily. Maybe he keeps the Jozu to bounce back the Boa blocker. Is that worth it? Yeah, he's keeping the Jozu to bounce back just in case. Counters 2. And then 3 Dawn for the blocker. And then I think it's over after that. Unless this Boa is running Bedge triggers. He didn't attack with the Kuma yet either. He could do 6 Ran. Or 7 Ran. Okay, he's not going for the blocker. Nope. I mean, he's not going to win that way. Oh, he goes 8k with Ran. Yeah, I think he kind of gave up at this point. Because he has 3k counter and then 2 blockers still. And then 7 with Kuma is just easy 2k here. Even with his leader ability too. And then passes, yeah, dang, Boa couldn't tough it out in the end. In the end, Ace is still too good. Oh, it runs Rush Yamato. Hey, I like this guy. Because I run that in mine too, in my Ace deck. Sometimes you just need to rush your opponent, you know? So 7 with Yamato's counter for 3. Is there any ass pull triggers that could save him here? I don't think so, right? Okay, Uta even swings for 5. That's a 1k counter, because this Boa does have 1k counter. Or not? What is he checking his trash for? Checking what triggers he could have. Counters 1. Marco swings 7, that's a take. Oh, something nice. Something nice? The trigger says you win the game. Oh, yeah, see? You should have left the Dawn up, I told you. You gotta listen to me. This probably could have saved you. It takes a 12 here. Right, it doesn't matter if he swings 7 or 8, he's gonna defend it. So this way you at least maybe have a chance to survive. No, he probably didn't anyway. He could stop this, but then this guy can still attack. He doesn't have enough, so Ace. Ace wins Tokyo number 2. After Luffy won Tokyo number 1. Yeah, so meta hasn't been completely shaken up, but at least like in the top tables, different decks. It's just the deck that finally wins in the end. Hasn't changed yet. But yeah, I would say, yeah, OP14 looks pretty exciting. I like it more than OP13 at the very least. Right, Boa seems pretty fun. We did see a Bonnie make up pretty far. Purple Doflamingo is stronger than everyone thought. Yeah, hopefully more OP14 tournaments to come and the meta stays shaken up, or worst case scenario, it just devolves back into what we've known for OP13. But already we've seen Emu and Zoro get knocked out. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the casting of the tournament, of the games. Let me know if it helped having these cards up on screen. Any feedback would be appreciated, so don't be shy to leave any. And check out the other rounds that are posted before this in case you guys want to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, subscribe too if you're not already subscribed to me. Please. Thank you. Bye.
Car D Kaizoku.